So now I'm future-proof from any guns that come out, I'm ready to go. Any lights that come, Cloud Defensive comes out with a light, I can carry it that day.
Yeah.
As soon as I get it, you know what I mean? And it's like, if you have a Cipher, it'll be the same thing. Hey guys, this is Dylan and Tyler from American Concealment Solutions. We're gonna be doing a range day, showing you guys the American Concealment Solutions Cipher. That's our brand new multi-fit holster. It accommodates pretty much every gun you can think of. Today I'm wearing a blood red with, it's dual layer, so I have a blood red with a battleship gray inner. With my dual soft loops, that's my preferred belt attachment. However, with the Cipher, obviously it has this template to where you can carry all kinds of different belt attachments that you want, including outside the waistband if that's what you're wanting to do with it. What do you got today, Tyler?
I got a carbon fiber with EMT red inner. As you can see, I'm using a Ulti Clip XL, and yeah.
I really like the Ulti Clip.
Yeah, it's really nice, very sturdy.
I'm not really a big fan of like single clip things, like the foamy clips and stuff, but because of how that latches.
Yeah, the latching really
adds like the extra clip in my eyes. Yeah. We both have our claws, the Ulti Clip tuck wing. We have those installed just to help with concealment. And so for me, today I have the M&P 2.0 Performance Center Spec Series. I don't know all the other words that go with it, but it's this bad boy right here, the Faxon compensator, Holosun 509T, the first gen, it's the old one, and I have an X300U Surefire. What do you got?
I got pretty much the same gun, except for I got a TLR7. I took off my compensator so we can see the difference. Obviously, I'm just using irons, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's the TLR7X. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like rechargeable.
Yeah, got the rechargeable, and it actually performs really well. It has really good performance.
Yeah, I mean for its size, for how small it is, it's actually really nice.
It looks terrible on a full-size gun, but that's just my preference. But today we're going to be running some drills, showing you kind of how this holster is a little bit different than the ones that you have. Obviously, this is the same holster, and we're carrying the same kind of gun, but we're carrying different lights. It doesn't matter what kind of light you have. What the Cipher does is you adjust these magnets that are running alongside the frame. All you have to do is adjust these two screws to make the spacing bigger or larger, and all that does is close down on the slide itself, and the magnets retent that gun to make sure that it doesn't come out. So it doesn't matter about what light you have, what muzzle device you have, any of that. So it's very accommodating to what you're carrying for that day, and very easy to adjust. So let's go ahead and get warmed up and do some drills. Yep. The thing that I really like about the Cipher is because it doesn't use the Kydex to retain your holster per se, it uses the magnets. And because of that, it's a very silent draw. And I'll shut up for a second just so you can hear it. It's very smooth and very it doesn't have that pop sound that Kydex has, which doesn't really give you that much of a tactical advantage, but you just feel the difference. It's very smooth. See, like, I'm not like a huge gun guy. Like, I have guns, don't get me wrong, but I don't have like hundreds of pistols.
Right.
And it's just like, even then, I have like probably 10 or 15 pistols. I don't know how many I have, but it's really nice to have a holster that you could just adjust quickly with the screwdriver,
right,
and then carry.
Yeah.
You know?
What's really nice for me is I have far less handguns than you do. I have like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, when a gun like this comes out, you know, it's all tricked out. It's like you can't find it anymore.
Oh yeah,
like
threaded barrel.
Yeah, like
compensated.
You know. But it's like, how many people are going to make a holster for this gun potentially?
Yeah.
That, you know, like, I'd find one that, you know, can fit the compensator. You know, you'll find people who can make ones for the M&P Smith & Wesson.
Yeah.
But we'll have, you know, like, maybe they don't have, it's not compensator's closed bottom or not for the right light or something. It's really nice to where it's like, when I do snag the more rare specialty guns, I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I have a holster that just fits it.
And it's another thing, it's like, like pistol attachments, like obviously I like to have attachments on my gun. I like red dots, I like compensators, I like lights. It's like if, you know, Surefire, Mod Light, Streamlight, whoever, I don't care, Cloud Defensive inevitably released here in 2032, when they release their light, I want to be able to have a holster that can accommodate those attachments. Whether a new red dot comes out, a new compensator comes out, a new light comes out, this holster, I want a holster that's just going to do it. Right. Know? So it's just really, we made this holster out of selfishness. Yeah. Because it's personal.
Yeah. It's very personal. Because, you know, there's even like, what if I want to come out here and I want to test 10 different guns?
Yeah. If you have
a whole bunch of different calibers.
Yeah. You just like, I just want to take my guns out and just, you know, get them running. You know what I mean? I just wanted to, I haven't shot this Glock 30 in years. I'm going to take it out and shoot it. It's like, well, I don't need to dig out a holster, put it in a nylon shit holster, just go out to the range without a holster.
Take the holster on and off, on and off.
It's the same holster. Yeah. You just, you know, make quick adjustments.
Just adjust it real quick. There you go.
Like it's very convenient. It's just like you wake up in the morning and you're like, hey, you know, I want to carry this, you know, FNX 45. You're like, well, I don't need to buy a new holster, or I can't, you know, whatever. You just take your Cipher, you know, back it out a little bit. There you go. It doesn't matter what light you have on it. It just makes it so much easier.
Yeah, it's just super convenient.
Yeah, it's crazy easy. And it's like you know, this problem came up because we've been carrying for over a decade now.
Oh, I mean, I mean, 2 almost.
Yeah, like it's crazy. We've been carrying guns for a very long time, and we've bought holsters. We've bought, you know, different guns. I've been deterred from buying aftermarket parts just because I don't have holster compatibility. Yeah. Because I'm like, hey, I want to get this new flashlight that came out because it's better than the one that I have, or it has this cool innovation on it. And I'm like, well, I can't. You know what I mean? I can't until I buy a new holster. Right. So I've been blocked in on that. I can't even count how many times I've backed away from buying something cooler or more effective for my everyday carry just because of those reasons.
Yeah, I mean, it just really opens up everything. Yeah. And it gives you the freedom to not have to worry about it. To where it's like, oh, I want this brand new gun from maybe a brand new manufacturer.
That's another,
right? Yep. And it's like, I can take a chance on that gun now. Yeah. And not have to worry about it, because I know at a minimum I'm going to have a holster that works for it.
Yeah, like and it's a good holster too. Yeah. It's not like, it doesn't sacrifice anything.
It's not a grocery bag holster.
No, it's not, it's not like a grocery bag where you just throw it in and you're like, oh, it's a holster. No, like, this is a good quality, like Kydex holster that has like the good hardware, good belt attachments, like all steel claw.
Yeah. No Temu clips here.
Yeah, no Temu clips, like none of that stuff. Like it's a good quality holster. It's like future proofing you. If you ever want to add like a muzzle device later on, you're good to go. If you want to compensate your stuff, if you want to add this new light, it's good to go. And there's been times like different, you know, companies make this new gun. Like the Platypus. Yeah. Everyone was getting a hold of us about the Platypus. Like, hey, do you make a holster for the Platypus? I'm like, no one makes molds for it. And we're not in the mood to buy a $1,600 gun just to
sell
make
only a couple holsters. You know, won't make our money back. So best of luck getting a good Kydex holster for that.
Yeah, but it's like for that kind of instance, like a new 2011 comes out, a new Platypus comes out, a new, you know, Glock comes, whatever. It doesn't matter. Any kind of gun that comes out, you could just be like, oh, I have the Cipher. You could just buy it and carry it that day. Yeah. You can carry it out of the, you know, the gun store. Like it simplifies everything. Like when you really, like after carrying the Cipher, I've carried the Cipher for how long? Over a year. Yeah. All the different generations we've had, I've carried like hundreds, thousands of hours, you know, of the Cipher. And now I'm like pampered, I'm like spoiled. Right. Like I'm just like, I'm not, like, I don't have to hurt for anything. Like if there's anything that comes out, I'm like, I can carry it. Yeah. You know, that's why I buy handguns, to carry them. You know what I mean? That's
what's the point?
I'm not a competition shooter. I'd be cool to get into it, but like I don't, you know, buy guns for competition or any of that kind of stuff. Like all my stuff is for everyday carry. Yeah. You know? So when I buy a pistol, I buy it to carry it for some reason, you know, whether it's at the gym or, you know, out and about or whatever. So yeah, I mean, the Cipher is the way. You know, even for outside the waistband, if you do want like a competition shooting gun, like competition shooting holster, the Cipher is like smooth as fuck.
Super smooth.
Oh my God.
You know, smooth draw,
like
easy draw.
it gives you all the retention that you need, like while being really smooth like a competition gun.
Yeah.
You know?
So
I know some competition guns, they're really finicky. If you try to like draw it at an angle or something, like you have to go up and down.
Right.
You know, to where this one, like you can, like there's
a little bit of
leeway, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, man. And carrying this in like more non-permissive areas to where like, you know, people don't want you carrying there for some reason. Like the Cipher, I've had a lot of holsters, and the Cipher by far, I'm not saying this just because we're like the creators of it and we sell them. This holster is like the most concealable holster I have ever worn.
It's very aggressive. This concealment claw very aggressively conceals it.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, like you can kind of see if you really pay attention here. I'm carrying a full-size gun with an X300
and an extended mag.
And an extended mag. This is like a 23?
Yeah, 23.
23 round magazine. So I'm carrying 24 rounds in a full-size gun, appendix, and it's concealed. I could go out and about, you can go grocery shopping in this. You know what I mean? So it's like, because of that claw, it pushes the gun so hard into your body, but it's still comfortable.
Yeah.
Like it's still very comfortable. It's not like,
well, because like everything's rounded, so like I'm like,
yeah. Like that, yeah. Like
I'm like,
yeah, like
it's fine.
Like you could go to the gym and ass to grass squat in this. I know it's not, we're cut out here, but like, like we're we're carrying full-size guns. And like,
it doesn't impede my movement at all.
Yeah, it doesn't at all.
I could be in a Kung Fu movie.
Oh yeah. Call me Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
You know? But it's like, I've carried holsters for subcompact guns, like my Shield. I have a Smith & Wesson Shield, and I love that gun. I got a holster for it, and I'm not going to name who it's from, but it's like it's for a Shield, and it is the worst concealing holster I have ever bought in my entire life.
That holster is such a slab. It could be used for a sword and like an anime.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking hunk to where like you put a stick on it, you can probably beat demons to death with it.
It's an inside the waistband holster for a single stack 9mm. Like it's a very small. It's the Shield. It's not even the Shield
like this.
Plus.
The holster's like this.
It's an inside the waistband gun. It's an inside the waistband holster, and it's from a very reputable company.
Yeah.
It's not from it's not from a garage. It's not from like a cheap whatever eBay store. Like it's from like one of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
You know. And I'm not going to mention them, but like it's terrible. It's like it's uncomfortable. It's excess. It has so much excess. It's not ergonomic for concealed carry at all. And all my holsters for the most part are from big companies.
Yeah.
You know, I try to buy solid shit. I try to. And like none of them are even close to the comfort, the concealability, and obviously the modularity of the Cipher.
Oh yeah, I mean,
bar none. Like
not even close.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're kind of talking up our own baby here.
Yeah.
But like, this was made out of us, like, hurting for something. You know what I mean? So it's like,
well, we looked and we go, why doesn't this exist?
Yeah. We were like, this is the issue for a concealed carrier.
Yeah.
Like having these issues that, you know, and so that's what the idea of the Cipher came from. You know, that's kind of why we named it the Cipher, just because, you know, through all of military history and all of history,
it's what cracks the code finally.
Yeah, it's like the code breaker, you know what I mean? Like a Cipher is something that, it's like a secret language or secret kind of cryptic thing that you use, and you decipher it to actually get a message. Like back in like old ancient Greek and Roman times.
Yeah,
you know,
like the Caesar Cipher is a big thing.
Yeah, and so that's why we named it that, just because it cracked the code, man. Like it gathered like the main problems that concealed carriers have, and it solved them.
Yeah, and the thing is, we're not even being like, oh, it's the greatest thing ever. No, because we're giving everyone a chance. Like, buy it. If you don't like it, send it back.
Yeah.
You got 30 days, ship it back, and we'll fully refund it to you.
Yeah, free shipping. Free shipping and a 30-day money back guarantee.
So we're kind of putting our money where our mouth is, to where it's like, it works. It's a great holster. It's comfortable.
I'm not just a maker of the Cipher. Like, we don't just make Ciphers. We like wear Ciphers.
No, this is the only holster I use.
Only holster I use. Like, guarantee. Like, that's all I use. Like, I don't carry anything else because there's no reason to.
No.
You know, like after after you've been in like the concealed carry world long enough, you see a thing or two and you experience a thing or two, and you know what works for you, you know what's comfortable, you know what is the most accommodating for you. And it's just like the way the world's going right now, you need to be as accommodated as possible, because if not, it's just gonna suck, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's, like I said, it's something that doesn't exist, so we made it, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the most, of all the universal holsters out there, it's by far the highest quality, by far the most. I mean, there's no holster that fits on mountain guns and lights and other accessories that the Cipher does.
None.
Trust me, I've looked.
Yeah, I would have it, and we wouldn't have made the Cipher if it was.
Yeah, if it was already there, I
wouldn't have made the Cipher, because it would have fixed my problems.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like this is definitely a creation of selfishness, because it's just it really irritated me, you know. But yeah, man, it's awesome. So now I'm future-proof from any guns that come out. I'm ready to go. Any lights that Cloud Defensive comes out with a light, I can carry it that day.
Yeah.
As soon as I get it, you know what I mean. And it's like if you have a Cipher, it'll be the same thing.